Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to today's special edition. It is the Wednesday morning edition. Dear friend, we have a lot to talk about. I have your shout out here. I will give you shout out before leaving here this very hour. Dear friends, the past few days, let me apologize. It's been a very busy few days. We had a lot to talk about. And the shout-outs will take a little bit of our time. That is why the past few days we didn't come with a shout-out. But I'm sorry. Today, this morning, I'm bringing you some of the shout-outs. Yes, I'm bringing you some of your shout-out to you this morning. Stay glued, don't go anywhere. This is your channel. It is Salon's Blog, and we are glad to be back Wednesday morning. The team Chelsea, or all teams around the globe, especially in Europe, they are on recess right now. Yes, international break. Most of the players are gone for international tournaments. In Africa, we have Nicolas Jackson back to Africa. We have Enzo Fernandez back to South America. Moise Caicedo back to South America. And we also have one or two players that they were called by their national team, but then due to injury or a little bit of injury problems, they had to return to Cobham. Ladies and gentlemen, I might not bring you everything right now, but I am sure to be back later in the afternoon with more exclusives. But quickly, this morning, it is your breakfast and I will not take much time. 8-10 minutes, I am off. So just don't go anywhere. Like the video, share the video, and let me hear from you in the comment section. Now, talking about Chelsea and the past few games we played, changing formation. Yes, we've changed formation in the past few games that we played. We started the game, usually we have Sancho on the left. We have Cole Palmer playing the 10. Then we have Noni Madueke as a right winger. Then, when we start to invert, we invert Malo Gusto into the midfield to help the midfield. That is what we started playing with. And we were creating a lot of chances. But you see, there is something I want to point out because I'll be going deeper into this later in the afternoon. When we were doing that formation, there are a lot of things I need to talk about. But quickly, you see, right now, I don't want to be a spoiler. But I don't really like our attacking balance at the moment. I don't like our attacking balance at the moment. No. 3 center backs. We are playing right now with 3 center backs and 2 midfielders, pivot midfield, 2 midfield pivots. Now, that's a good defensive balance. 3 center backs, double pivot, defensive midfielders, that's a good balance. Yes, that is good defensively. But the attacking isn't as good as we expect. Our attacking balance is not there. We don't have an attacking balance. I am not too sure why we changed to this formation. But you see, the biggest issue is teams are making Cole Palmer man-to-man in the middle and the final third. Teams have seen our strategy, our formation, our style, and they are beginning to plan against Cole Palmer because of the way we are playing. They are marking him man-to-man in the middle and in the final third, forcing him to drop deeper than normal. Forcing Cole Palmer to drop deeper than normal. Dear friends, you see, what we need is more of facilitators around him. Creativity around Cole Palmer, so that those teams that are marking man-to-man, they wouldn't be able to do so. He has to be in the game. So far, Jackson has to be in the game as he used to be, but we are not seeing that. We are not. Once he's being marked, we are not seeing him any longer. Now, what we need is more facilitators. Let me repeat it again. Around him. So far, he has to be in the game for Jackson to be able to see opportunities. If Cole Palmer is not in the game, Jackson doesn't see opportunities. I mean, Jackson doesn't get any good clear-cut opportunities so long as Cole Palmer is being marked. And Madueke and Pedro don't actually carry elite goal threats. Madueke and Pedro, they don't carry that threat where they can actually deliver for Jackson to score. Or, let me put it that way. They are not yet. Watch Cole Palmer play. Watch Cole Palmer's eyes. We've seen him and Jackson have good combination play. Good combination play. Either he create for Cole Palmer or Cole Palmer will create for him. I hope you are getting the point. Now, Gusto coming in has even worsened the situation. Gusto, who plays as right hands, in possession. I mean, for me personally, he is the main issue we are having. The creativity that we needed in that area, we are not getting it. And mind you, that is the role Enzo Fernandez is supposed to be playing. If Palmer drop deep, Jackson has to come short to get involved. Anytime Cole Palmer drop deep to avoid a man-to-man marking, that is why we see Jackson also coming short to get involved. It's okay, but you see, when your striker, who is good in running with the ball, who is good in supporting the midfield, is no longer being served with the ball. Because the one who is to serve him, who has been serving him, is now being marked. Then there's a problem. There is a problem. We need wingers who can smell space behind the striker and make diagonal runs like Mo Salah. Yes, we need wingers who can smell space behind the striker. I'm using Mohamed Salah as an example. We need wingers who can smell space behind the striker. Like we have, in fact, apart from Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, as they used to do for Liverpool. I don't see where wingers stay wide and strikers come short. I don't see games that much where wingers they stay wide and strikers they come short. I don't see that much. If it's a new style of play that Enzo Maresca tried to implement, ladies and gentlemen, right now we are not creating much chances like we used to. We are not creating enough chances like we used to. Early stage now, apart from Manchester City game, the rest of the games that we played so far, we created so much chances. We were scoring goals. We scored 3, maybe, and our opponent scored 1. We scored 4, they scored 2. We were scoring goals, and then we were complaining about our defensive setup. I have said it before. Since the last international break, we have become a bit more defensive-minded. Enzo is a midfield facilitator. Enzo Fernandez, he used to be the midfield facilitator in our games. He creates space for Cole Palmer. He's an expert in understanding where space is or dragging people out of their positions. That is what Enzo Fernandez does. And that is why, as we don't have him in games, we are struggling to create chances. In my opinion, my solution is this. We have two options. Get Christopher Nkuku or João Felix in as number 8. Use the 8 as an outside outlet, out of possession, which is the work of the wingers in the current setup. Basically, that would mean that the 8 will be more advanced in position than the right winger or the left winger. And that will be important in counter-attacking. I hope you are getting my point. Yes. Instead of Malo Gusto, let's use either João Felix or Christopher Nkunku as 8. If indeed we don't want to use Enzo Fernandez because of Lavia, then it's better we use Nkunku or João Felix in that 8. Otherwise, we'll have to bring back Enzo Fernandez and play him as 8 on one side and Cole Palmer on the other side. 8 on one side, Cole Palmer on the other side. Like we started the season with. Enzo, Nkunku or Felix receiving between the line can never be the same as Gusto. It can never be the same as Malo Gusto. Likewise, Nkunku or Felix in the box isn't the same as Gusto in the box. What Nkunku or João Felix can create, Malo Gusto cannot do that. The creativity will not be there. There will be that defensive mindedness. There will be one directness, yes, but there will not be creativity for the striker. In both examples, they all offer more attacking solutions than Malo Gusto. Both João Felix or Christopher Nkunku, João Felix and Christopher Nkunku, or Enzo Fernandez plays as 8 alongside Cole Palmer, create more opportunities and chances than playing Malo Gusto there currently. I am not too sure the defensive balance that our coach kept talking about. If Palmer isn't getting special attention from oppositions, we will be fine. But right now, their eyes are on him. Every coach in every game. Right now, their eyes are on him. When he's taken out of the game, we struggle to find solutions. Different. I hope Enzo Maresca has something for us after the break. I hope our head coach will have something special for us after the break to curtail this problem. Because the next fixtures are games that Chelsea must win. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to move to something special now. I want to talk about one particular player which I don't often talk about. On your screen, you can see the young man. Yes, you can see the young man on your screen. Levi Colwill. We've not spoken much about Levi Colwill. You see, in our defensive setup, Levi Colwill alongside Wesley Fofana. Wesley, we all know, the past season, complete 1 year, he never touched football due to injury. This season, he is now beginning to rediscover himself. Fofana that we knew in his days is not the same Fofana since Chelsea bought him. He came in and got injured and we never saw the best of him. Now, we've gotten him to partner Levi Colwill in our defensive setup. It is true that our goalkeeper Sanchez is not doing what we expect. He's disappointing. Why is he being exposed? Because we fail to understand our defensive side of the issue. Levi Colwill, some of us, we look at him because of his height, we see him like a very matured player. Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon, I want to remind you, Levi Colwill is only 21. Levi Colwill is only 21. Van Dijk was not this consistent. Van Dijk was not this consistent in games at 21. Van Dijk of Liverpool. He was not this consistent in games like Levi Colwill at 21. And he wasn't even playing in the Premier League at all. Van Dijk wasn't even playing in the Premier League at the age of 21. He isn't. Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much that this young man will offer Chelsea in the days ahead. With more experience in a game. Remember, Levi Colwill so far played full 19 minutes in all our 11 games. He played full 19 minutes in all our 11 games this season in the league. No miss. At the age of 21. Come on, let's give him his flower. Oh yes. And that reminds me, before I continue and before I conclude finally, it is your breakfast. Like I promised, I will not take much of your time. Malo Gusto has withdrawn from the France under-21 squad. Yes, the nature of his injury, however, has not yet been revealed. But Malo Gusto has withdrawn from the French under-21 squad. Malo Gusto. That tells you, even Malo Gusto is also a young guy, another 21. Yeah, you see how young our players are. I mean, he's still under 21 years old. Is it 19, 20 years? Dear friends, so our players, that is why when I heard our head coach, Enzo saying that the next 5 to 10 years, Chelsea will dominate English football. He said this to the owners, that whether you employ me as your head coach or not, I see this young, talented squad as a squad that in the next 5 to 10 years will dominate English football. Look at their age. 19 years, 20 years, 21 years. The next 10 years, some of them will be 20, 30, 29, 30, 31. That means that during their peak years, 27, 28, they'll be delivering with a lot of experiences, lots of experience playing at that top level in a club like Chelsea. Malo Gusto has withdrawn. Nature of injury is yet to be revealed. Dear friends, I will have to let you go, but when I'm back, there is a lot of talk about Enzo Fernandez' absence, which is affecting Cole Palmer, and that is why I brought up this issue. I will come back again and we will continue on this. Let me hear from you in the comment section on these retains. But quickly, before I go, I want you to take my shout out. Yes, shout out. Finally, shout outs are here. Finally, Johannes says, Maresca, bench Madueke, Lavia. They are not a Chelsea level. They are not a level of Chelsea. Really? Madueke and Lavia. Well, it's your opinion. Big shout out to you, my good friend. Been a long time, been a while. Big shout out to you, Johannes. Steven Mohenberg said, hi, Salon Block. I am somehow okay with the result of Chelsea versus Arsenal. But my problem is Noni Madueke. And also want to ask you, Salon Block, why is this coach always starting Madueke? I hate such a stupid play which keep happening in our right wing. He doesn't create anything, almost messing up. Let Neto take our right wing and we will get what we want. I'm Steve Anderson Mohenberg, watching you live from Jericho, the theologian and librarian. As Sanchez, true definition of nonsense. For how long are we going to get on with this Sanchez nonsense, my dear friend? Anyway, big shout out to you. Big shout out to my dear friend Mohenberg. Yes, Steve Anderson, all the way in Israel. Big shout out to you. Been a long time I hear from you. Big shout out to you. Let me hear more from you guys. The next one comes from Frederick Amabe. Frederick Amabe says, please, Mr. Selon's blog, there is no way your Jackson is better than Nkuku. That's where I'm angry with Maresca. Give Nkuku game time as Jackson. Let's see. Thanks, Frederick Amabe from Biafra State, Nigeria. Big shout out to you, my dear friend Frederick from Biafra State, Nigeria. The next one again from Steve Hammerberg says, hi, Mr. Selon, I'm somehow okay with the result. Okay, I think it's the same thing I already brought up. All right. The next one from Chris Williams. Oh my goodness, my dear friend Chris Williams. Finally, say Chelsea is supposed to win their next 5 games. Yes, that is why I only hope that when we come back from the international break, our head coach knows what to do. Yeah, Malo Gusto is not working in the final 10. He's not working. We have creative players there. It's better we continue to score more goals and we concede 1 or 2. But so long as we are winning, I think it's best than we tighten up things from up front. Even in attack, we are defending. Anyway, Chris Williams said the truth is that Maresca is still missing something. He saw that Palmer and Jackson are not performing. Why can't sub them? After the first half, he should have subbed Madueke, Palmer, Jackson, and Gusto. Replace them with Moindrick, Felix, James, and Nkuku. Then Neto will move to the right-hand side. In all, I believe that Poch would have done better this season than Maresca. Thank you so much. You just spoken my mind. In all, Poch would have done better with this squad and injury-free than Maresca. Dear friend, we will revisit this issue again. When I brought this analysis yesterday, I saw many comments, many people even contacted, were like, hey. But we will revisit this issue again. All right. Big shout out to you, Chris Williams in Nigeria. The last but not the least, from Odunayo Oyo. Say, good day, Mr. Selo. My name is Odunayo Oyo from Lagos, Nigeria. Maresca preference or likeness of some players irrespective of their outputs on the field. Hence, he will play them no matter what. Case in point, benching Rhys James for Gusto is abysmal for me. We know that Gusto is not a good crosser of the ball. So Maresca should please stop this madness exhibition he calls tactical approach. Another example is Robert Sanchez. Maresca knows that he is not good using his feet. How could Maresca say that he is comfortable using Sanchez at the goalpost? Why did he buy Jorgensen then? Does he think he's loved by what he's doing at Chelsea? Palmer didn't play well, and he has Felix and on the bench who can give us creativity and do same magic. If he continues this way, he will receive the sticks from the fans. He will receive the sticks from the fans if he continues this way. Guys, I'm excited to give you guys a shout out this morning. I should be back. Hot afternoon edition, special one. Don't go anywhere. I'll see you all when you see me, dear friends. Shalom and peace.